I remember there was this cartoon on TV and it was called King of the Hill by the same guy who made Beavis and Butthead. Anyway, the main character's name was Hank Hill, and Hank had this neighbor whose name was Khan, and Khan was from like Vietnam or Laos or something like that. And one time Hank Hill says to Khan, he says, "Hey Khan, are you Chinese or Japanese?" And this guy Khan was always really angry, and he says to him, he's like, "I'm from Vietnam," or "I'm from Laos. I'm from a country called Laos." So then Hank Hill says to him, "Right, so does that make you Chinese or Japanese?" Hey, konnichiwa, 반갑습니다, and all that kind of stuff. How's it going? I'm here in downtown Hiroshima. I just came from Shukuen Garden. I think I said it wrong. And I took some pictures there. Shukuen Garden. And Hiroshima Castle, which is that way. And something came into my mind, it reminded me of how often, depending on the ethnic makeup or racial background of a certain group that I might be hanging out with, in particular Asians, they always tend to assume that I'm one of their own. So like if I'm in Chinatown, for example, everyone tends to think, "Hey, are you Chinese?" When I'm in Korea, obviously they all think that I'm Korean, and rightfully so, because I am half Korean. So a similar thing is happening to me in Japan. One time when I was visiting Osaka, I think I was at Osaka Castle or something like that, and this Japanese couple came up to me and they asked me for directions. They had their map in their hand. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. So recently a similar thing happened to me where I was at McDonald's and I went up to the counter and the girl started speaking to me in Japanese. And even though I'm learning how to speak Japanese, I am still very, very, very beginner, so I couldn't really respond. So I was just doing a lot of pointing and Big Mac and seta and things like that. And out of nowhere, she starts speaking almost fluent English, as if she had lived abroad for a very long time. But she was young, you know, maybe in her early 20s or something like that. And I was so shocked when I heard her speaking English like that. And so I just kept making my order and whatnot, and I was like, "Wow, you really speak English really well. Did you live abroad or something like that?" I think she said yes. And then she says to me, "You really look Japanese." And I was like, "Yeah, that's the story of my life. It doesn't matter where I'm at. People tend to think of Japanese or Korean or whatnot, Chinese, because that's what I look like. Even though there are big differences between all the many groups." And then there was this other time, I have this tattoo on my right shoulder, and it's actually Hangul writing, Korean writing. And I was with this Japanese woman, and it was in the summertime, and somehow she saw the tattoo. And we had been talking for, you know, I don't know, a couple months or something like that. And when she saw the tattoo, she was like, "Oh, cool, but why do you have a Korean tattoo on your arm?" I was like, "What?" So all along she had thought that I was Japanese as well. And just as a side note, in all cases in my experience, when I expose the fact that I am indeed Korean, it makes no difference whatsoever, as in the case that I just told you about. It didn't have any bearing on anything. Because in the end, people really don't care. They only care about your character, and if you're a good person and you're going to treat them well, make them feel like they're important to you. Anyway, I really look Japanese, which is good because I live in Japan. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace!